I just did a 40-minute Resident Evil tier list ranking, and it was longer than it needed to be. But I'm just going to blast through them real quick. Resident Evil 1, good. And this is the order I played them in. Well, not really, but I had them in. So I'm not going to reset the tier list and do it. Very disappointed. Now I know. So there's that. And yeah, I'm still sick. It should have automatically turned the microphone on. Like, I just had a suspicion that this just wasn't going to go well, and I wasn't going to do it again. I even said at the end, so. Resident 1, good. The remake literally improves on everything, and it's better in every single way. But still, as a game, I would still put it in B tier. But as a remake, it's the best of all time, or second best, because Silent Hill 2 blows that fucking game out the water now. 2, just better than 1. 3, my favorite of the original trilogy. I played the shit out of it back in the day, beat it like 10 different fucking times. 4, I love, but I don't think it's perfect. So there's that. 5, I actually used to think was just meh, but I actually replayed it, and it's now, B tier game. Pretty good. Better than what it was, back then. Revelations 1, just a meh game. Just okay, I guess. The bosses in that game are fucking terrible, by the way. That's all I'm gonna fucking say. Resident Evil 2. No, Revelations 2, I meant. I'm just gonna kind of go in out of order. All I'm gonna say is, if it was just the base game, it would probably be like low A or high B. Story is great, but raid mode alone, not only is raid mode in Revelations 2 the single-handedly best third-party mode in this entire franchise, it is literally single-handedly makes it my favorite Resident Evil, and it will literally give you hundreds of hours of content and just a shit ton of hours of fun, yada yada yada. Code Veronica, I don't plan on replaying it. From what I remember, it was good, but I'm afraid if I were to replay it now, I would probably put it in D tier. So I really hope they remake this one next. Resident Evil 0, it's still a good game to me, but I used to think it was like S tier back in the day when I first played it. But last year, in May of 2024, no, I think it was July, but I replayed it, and let me tell you, I damn near turned the fucking game off, or uninstalled it at a certain point, and all I'm going to say is the first quarter of the game is the best part, and after that, it just takes a fucking nosedive. It does start to pick up near the end, I will say that, but definitely not as good as I remember it to be. Resident Evil 6 can go fuck itself. It damn near ruined the franchise, and what ruins that game is not the action. It was never about the action. Think about it. The action in this game ain't even that good, which is the sad part. The story is fucking terrible, and I hate it. It makes no sense. Okay, I don't even want to really get into it because it's so fucking bad. Okay, Resident Evil 7. I don't even really feel like, I really don't even feel like doing this right now, because I literally explained it in so much detail, right? So, I had a video of it, too. Like, E3 2016, right? E3 2016. it was the Resident Evil 7 trailer, and I was fucking hyped. And game comes out, I fucking love it. And also, the best series of demos of all time, Resident Evil 7, to me, has the best demo or demos of all time. So, yes, better than Metal Gear Solid 2's demo. So there's that. Great game. I just think it really lacks in replayability. And like, I don't know, the second quarter of the game really is not that fun to go through. But still a great game. It revived the franchise. So there's that. Resident Evil 8, damn near perfect game. I just wished that Donna Beneviento's section and Moreau's section were just as long, if not slightly long, like maybe not as long, but still pretty long as Lady D's and Heisenberg's section. But yeah, and honestly, Moreau's section in the game does suck. So there was that. I really just wish Donna Beneviento's section was really longer and a bit better, to be honest. I don't know. I wish there was more exploring in that little house. So there's that. All I'm going to say with, you know what, like, that's a whole nother video. Resident Evil 2 Remake, fucking phenomenal. There's no going back to the original after playing it. Resident Evil 3 Remake, I was so fucking hyped for. Got it around launch, beat it. If you had asked me back in like 2020, I would say it's better than 2 Remake and 3. But the more I played it, I beat it like maybe a couple times, but the more I played it, the less I like it, and I finally came to terms what people were saying about this game. And it is a big disappointment. It really is. I really wish they didn't rush things, and, you know, I mean, still, the game is good for what it is. It really is. But, man, I don't know. Also, the shrinking reticle, if you don't know what the shrinking reticle is, in 2 and 3 Remake, when you aimed, they had the shrinking reticle, and let me tell you, it's fucking atrocious, right? You will be missing shots left and right. In 3, it was the worst it's ever been. That's probably my biggest criticism about that game. Now we go to Resident Evil 4 Remake, which I didn't think it was possible to be better than the original, but it was. And it was pretty much the version I wanted out of Resident Evil 4. You know, a darker tone, a more serious take on it. You know, slightly more horror to it. And just pretty much perfected it, you know. And they did add separate ways and mercenaries later on. And unlike 2 and 3 Remake, both 4s are like so fucking different from each other. Like, they really are. But personally, I prefer 4 Remake. I think it's just so much fucking better. Of course, some of the things in the original 4 was always going to do better, like, you know, Leon himself. Some of the villain characters are better in the original. Doesn't make the 4 Remake villains bad. They're just not as good, you know. Here's an example. Salazar, you know. Definitely not as good as the original 4. I'll say that. And they nerfed the shit out of the shrinking reticle to the point to where it's pretty much non-existent. So, thank God for that. And as for Resident Evil 9, I guess not. It just doesn't want to fucking load right now. I was going to do it. I am excited for it. It's my most anticipated game of next year by far. But I don't know. I'm very cautious about this game. I don't know. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the half-assed tier list. I'm sorry, but I just wasn't going to do this again. But if you guys have any questions, leave me down in the comments. I do plan on doing more Phantom Pain tomorrow, because at that point I think I'll be little to no sick at that point. Like yesterday, dude, I was dying. I was bedridden like a motherfucker. So there's that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe. Share with your friends if you enjoyed. And I'm out this bitch. Also, maybe at some point I'll play Operation Raccoon City, but I don't know. But anyways, Twisms.